Kids screaming in their cradles, profanities. I see the world through ice covered in ink and bleach. Cross out the ones who heard my cries and watched me weep. I love everything. Fire spreading all around my room. My world's so bright, it's hard to breathe, but that's alright. Hush. Take my eyes open to force reality. Why can't you just let me eat my weight in glee? I live inside my own world of make-believe. Kids screaming in their cradles, profanities. Some days I feel skinnier than all the other days. Sometimes I can't tell if my body belongs to me. I love everything. Fire spreading all around my room. My world's so bright, it's hard to breathe, but that's alright. Hush. Content, hold your breath and feel the tension. Devils hide behind redemption. Honesty is a one-way gate to hell. I wanna taste consumption, breathe faster to waste oxygen. Hear the children sing aloud. It's music till the wick burns out. Be carefree lately, yeah. Just kicking up daisies. Got one too many quarters in my pockets. Count 'em like the 4-leaf clovers in my locket. Untied laces, yeah. Just tripping on daydreams. Got dirty little lullabies playing on repeat. Might as well just ride around the nursery and count sheep.
Sometimes 1 minute takes days and feelings fade when you don't want them to. I hope you won't throw the blame my way, but if you do, oh, you looking for, looking for, looking for, looking for echoes. What you looking for, looking for, looking for.
The following is a presentation of Burlington Junior Barracudas Hockey, live on YouTube.
Hockey is back in the spotlight here. Canada's 40 million eyes turn their attention to their national sport. We're ready to go. The shot scores from the point. Juliana Kalpakis.
Killer with a shot. Rebound. They score! Haley Thompson, the hat trick. And they continue to roll.
She's in alone. Langus breaking in. Stopped by Ferguson with the glove. A real back and forth game all throughout.
Chelsea Tiller with a long shot. She scores! And it looks like Butler's got it.
Song working it on the back end. Centering try, they score! Lauren Brugel on the 2-on-1. Elson takes the return pass and a shot. Scores! Sarah Elson cycles it down for Butler. Into the middle. Here's a chance. Scores! Tie game!
Haley Tiller to the net and she scores! Haley Tiller with her second of the game. So the top line for Burlington of Tiller, Thompson, and Butler all over the score sheet this afternoon. Suter, Walker, scores! Soon walks the blue line, throws it on, rebound, they score!
Bennett scores! Oh, great save by Ferguson. Bennett shoots, they score! Haley Tiller.
At forward, number 17, Kaylee Tiller. At forward, number 7, Haley Thompson. At forward, alternate captain, number 81, Addie Butler. On defense, your captain, number 2, Chelsea Tiller. On defense, number 16, Addison Lee. And in goal, wearing number 31, Riley Manna.
Good evening and welcome into Mainway Arena as we get set for the Etobicoke Dolphins visiting the Burlington Barracudas. No lost love between these teams and plenty of history. You'll remember the Barracudas 2023-24 championship run in OWHA Provincials. They defeated these Etobicoke Dolphins in the final game. Etobicoke got their lick back this fall at the Stony Creek Showcase finals victory, as well as a 4-0 win over the Barracudas in regular season action in Etobicoke last month. So Burlington on the wrong side of the flip of the coin the last couple of times. They'll look to get that back as it's going to be Riley Manna in net for Burlington. Through 13 games this season, the Toronto native is 8-3 with a .923 save percentage, 230 goals against average, 3 shutouts. And it's Maya St. Pierre for Etobicoke, 9 games, 8-1, 859 save percentage, 289 goals against average. And we're underway as Addie Butler tries to work it up the boards. She's turned back, and Haley Thompson will advance. Haley Thompson cuts into the middle. Good start to the season. She's had shoots, scores! What a start! 15 seconds in. Haley Thompson has the icebreaker. A lightning strike for Burlington in the first 15 seconds of this game. They've jumped out to the early lead. Well, and it's Haley Thompson who's had an unbelievable start to this season. That's her 13th goal in 16 games in the regular season play, and it's a big one here to get them on the board early against the rival Dolphins. Etobicoke looking to answer back here as it's picked up by Addison Lee in her own zone. Lee looking for the goal scorer Thompson. She tries to slip up the boards, couldn't quite get past Bishop there, as that'll give Etobicoke a chance to reset. Up the boards they go, it's sent in deep. On the puck down low, Elson reverses it for Carter. Carter around the boards, couldn't find Keelan's Song near the blue line, gets it out to center, and now it's picked up by Mossy. Mossy onto the near side. Elson gets in the way of that, forces it in deep where Manna will leave it behind the net. Up the boards, it's intercepted there as the call-up Jem Winter gets in the way. Here's a centering pass, and getting in the way of that was Sarah Elson. She can't clear the zone. Here's Winter. Winter onto the near side and now in deep. Back behind the goal. Carried around and sent up to the blue line by Vicari. Long shot, that's kicked away. Comes to the near side now. Holding the line is Winter. Miwa Carter behind her own net, trying to vent the pressure here for Burlington. She's taken down low, as getting in there on her was Caithness. Puck battle out of the corner. Falling there is Carter. She can't reach the puck. It's sent around. Long shift in the defensive zone here for the Barracudas. To the corner it goes. Chipped up here by Cruzel, and it's now sent ahead for Keelan Song. Song out of gas. Long shift for her in the defensive zone, and she'll get it deep and head off for the change. Cruzel on the puck in the corner. Sends it out in front of the net. A save made as St. Pierre gets the glove on it and hangs on. So Maya St. Pierre gets a big stop there. A bit of a confidence boost after allowing the goal on the first shot of this game. Important to get a feel for the puck as a goalie, and gets it there as it's sent back to the blue line off the faceoff. In deep behind the net now. Near corner up towards the blue line. It's turned back here by Rachel Piggott. Piggott. Lead pass is tipped ahead by Ismail. Around the boards it goes. Finds the stick of Maya Ronaldo, the Burlington AP, and now it's dropped back for Catalano. Catalano into the middle. Runs out of room as she leaves it there for Ronaldo, Now Lang for Etobicoke. Sends it rink wide. Finds Maddie McCullough. McCullough over the line. Tries to drag it. Finding a way past Addison Lee. Couldn't find it. Now Ismail works her way into the middle. Takes the shot, and it's fought off by Riley Manna. Up towards the blue line. That got away from Winter. Maybe a chance here for Thompson the other way. Thompson for Butler. Reaching for the puck. Couldn't quite get the angle as the puck skidded away from Addison Butler. Butler works it in deep now. Bishop in behind that. Comes loose to the front of the goal. Thompson, backhand try as that bounces away from Kaylee Tiller. Drop back behind the net. Here's Bishop. Bishop, her pass across. Intercepted here by Haley Thompson as she works it off the boards. Thompson takes a shot as it's knocked down and worked out by the Dolphins. Haley Thompson has been all over the puck in the first few minutes of this game. Here come the Dolphins the other way now. A shot scores! Haley Box ties the game up. It's 1-1 here in the first. Well, back and forth we have gone here to start this game as Haley Box gets in and with a lot of room to skate downhill is able to find a spot in the top corner to beat Riley Manna, and we're right back where we started, tied all up here in the early going of the first period. Sydney Bonus wins the face-off back for Etobicoke. Here they come again now. Worked ahead. A chance and a save made by Manna. It was Box again working her way to the net, but this time Manna gets the better of it as it's kicked out of the corner now. Battle for the puck down in Burlington territory. Chipped ahead by Frege now. 3-on-2 as the Barracudas can't escape their own half of the ice. Cruzel now. Couldn't get it away there from Bishop. Down out of the corner. A centering try here on the backhand is Bonus. She's taken down as it's worked in behind the net. Here's Bishop. Bishop looking for options here. Takes it to the side of the net. Tries the wraparound, and that's turned aside, and Manna knocks the net off its moorings in the process. We get a whistle and a face-off in the Burlington zone here with 15 and a half to go in what's already been an eventful first period. Well, the Barracudas got right to it with Haley Thompson. The goal 15 seconds in. Did not take long for the Dolphins to answer right back. And for Burlington now, it's about getting right back to what you started the game with speed and aggressiveness in the offensive zone. They've had some trouble escaping their own end here. Here they come now as Delahunt's pass across. Good pick there as getting in the way of it was Rupture. Here's a chance now. Working in a shot. Blocker save. Manna. And it's up out of play as there was some room there down the right wing as Rupspler came in. But Manna able to make the stop that time and keep this a tie game. Kaylee Tiller will take this draw. And she gets the win back for Chelsea. Around the net it goes. Addison Lee, she'll drop it back behind the net. Racing onto it is Chelsea Tiller. Her pass up through the middle, skipped off the backhand of Kaylee. And now Kaylee Tiller's on the puck, working it in over the blue line. Tiller to the outside, swings back and works it up to the blue line. Long shot, took a deflection there, didn't get through to the net. I think it hit Addie Butler in front. Rink wide goes Chelsea Tiller. Addison Lee with a shot, and that's off a stick up and out of play, and that will draw a whistle here with 14:43 on the clock. Well, this is what this top line is going to need to do for the Barracudas if they want to hang around with the top-rated Dolphins, is take the puck into the offensive zone with speed and attack the net. And Kaylee Tiller, Haley Thompson, Addie Butler have all done just that this season, and it's what Burlington's going to need from them tonight. Jem Winter now chips it up the boards, finds McCullough. She gets it into the offensive zone where it's picked up by Ella Frege. Frege out for Delahunt, and now Keelan Song gets it ahead towards Cruzel. She got a stick check from Sophia Ismail, and back in come the Dolphins here as that shot will roll harmlessly on net, and Riley Manna able to make the stop. Draws the whistle and allows the Barracudas to get a change, and here comes this line again. Kaylee Tiller, Haley Thompson, Addie Butler. They're going to be leaned on heavily by Coach Kevin Greco in a massive rivalry game. Chelsea Tiller up for Butler. She finds one-touch pass to Kaylee Tiller, and she's in with speed. Tiller shoots, and a blocker save made. The rebound got away from Addie Butler as it skipped just over her stick. Might have had a chance if she would be able to get a shot away quickly. But there's it is again, that speed into the offensive zone that this line's been displaying as that puck tips up out of play. But it's that speed and aggressiveness that this line has shown all season, and they're showing it so far here to give the Barracudas their best chances of this game. Sarah Elson finds Bianca Hart, who chips it in deep. Jem Winter. She'll reverse it back to Bishop. On the far side now. It's taken ahead by Sydney Bonus. She works it ahead and now goes to the front of the net. Here's a centering pass out in front of the goal, and it got away. Net was empty there, but it's off its moorings. Fixing it there in behind the net was Box as it's taken out, now sent out for Waddick. She takes a shot and is stripped of the puck and is picked up by Catalano. What a chaotic shift for Waddick there as she went behind the net, fixed it, and then got a chance out in front of the net. Now it's an icing call against Burlington, and that will halt play, send us back. And now they'll move the face-off as an offside, so we'll come back to the neutral zone. At center ice as Frege will take the draw. Waddick goes rink wide here as it's taken to center and fired in deep. First to it here, Kalpakis, as she's shadowed quickly by Rushpler. Maddie Delahunt. Pass ahead as that deflects up out of play, so we will get a whistle once again. Getting waved out of the draw there is Frege. Face off one back by the Dolphins. Out of the corner, Rushpler. She tried to get it out in front. It rolls wide of the net, and it's picked up here by Cruzel. Cruzel tries to get it out. Waddick got in the way. Cruzel will try again. Lauren Cruzel. Now Ella Frege trying to work it into the middle here. She's surrounded quickly by white sweaters as Cruzel gets on the puck down in the corner. Cruzel. Stapled to the boards here down low as she battles for this puck there against Vakari. Now to the blue line. Rink wide Lee. Back up top. Long shot. That takes a deflection, and out to the corner it goes as Cruzel has it taken away. We've got a penalty here. It's a cross check that will go against the Dolphins. And the Barracudas will go to the first power play of this game. It's Fiona Waddick who heads off here for the cross check, just in that battle out in front of the net. And for Burlington, a big opportunity here. 8 minutes into this game, and you've spent a lot of time kind of hemmed back in your own end, and a chance to answer back and restore that lead that you opened the game with. Drop back here as Kaylee Tiller will try and get the Barracudas pointed in the right direction. Tiller off for Thompson. Thompson back to Tiller. A backhand shot sent that high. Had some room up in that top corner. Couldn't quite find it. Thompson. Chelsea Tiller down to Kaylee. Kaylee back up top. Chelsea reaching for it and is unable to hold the line. So Burlington has to tag up as Piggott will send it the length of the ice. Ranging back forward is Chelsea Tiller here. 40 seconds gone in the penalty to Waddick as it's carried in by Maddie Delahunt now. Partway through a change of the Barracudas. Taken away and now sent down the ice, and Mana will step out to play as she's got Box bearing down on her long pass up for Delahunt. Delahunt resets here for Kalpakis. Taken down to the corner here as Keelan Song tries to get it loose. 30 seconds gone or to go here in the power play for Burlington. No one at the blue line here in the midst of a change. Elson comes out, and now Carter has it skip away. So 20 seconds now to go here, and the Barracudas don't have much to show for this power play. Sent ahead for Frege. Frege skates it in over the blue line, tries to drop it back into the middle. It's taken away from her and sent down the ice. That should do it. So a successful penalty kill for the Dolphins here in the early going as the Barracudas don't get anything really going on the power play. Now Catalano chips it up the boards, couldn't find a way past Vicari there, and it's worked into the offensive zone by the Dolphins. At the blue line, Bishop. Got it down for Haley Box. Box to the corner, and now out in front of the net. Tiller got a stick on it, but couldn't hang on. Bishop, rink wide, takes the return pass up top. Bishop shoots, blocker, save made there by Mana. Back on the puck, comes up towards the blue line, is chipped ahead. Maybe a chance here as it gets away from Ronaldo, as she might have been able to create a 2-on-1 there. Catalano can't steal the puck away. Maddie Delahunt back at their own blue line will get it across, and it's chipped down by Chelsea Tiller. Back in their own territory are the Dolphins here. Rushbler checked there by Addie Butler. Taken around back of the net now by Vicari. Puck battle here in the neutral zone as Vicari gets taken to the boards, and we're going to get a penalty here against Burlington, as it was Tiller just getting her stick up into the hands a little bit of Spencer Vicari, and that's going to put Etobicoke on the power play for the first time this game. They got a very successful kill just a couple minutes ago, and now a chance for them to get their first lead of this game. Off the face-off, it's one back here to the blue line. Mossy had that getaway, and out to center go the Dolphins. Now Rushbler as the Dolphins will get reset in the offensive zone. Stops up. Rushbler back up to the blue line now. Walking the line, Waddick. Off for Vicari. Vicari skates it around the outside. Stops up down near the circle. Sends it up to the blue line. Waddick had that bounce on her a little bit and just kind of shoveled it off to the side. Circling now. It's sent back up to the blue line. Centering pass here, and Mana able to get a stick in the way of that, and she'll cover up with 8:18 to go in the period and 3:21 to go in the double minor to Kaylee Tiller. Ismail to take this face off for Etobicoke. In deep here, Tiller. Back up to the blue line it goes. Mossy steps up to hold the zone. Mossy into the middle. Here's Waddick. Waddick off to the far side. Taken into the corner and sent around the net for Ismail. Ismail works it behind the net once again, and she'll swap spots here. Ismail tries the wraparound, centering pass, loose puck at the side of the net, and double clutching that was Maddie McCullough. Had a lot of net to look at, couldn't quite find it. Reaching for it here is Freagy. She can't clear the zone. Taken in, centering pass, and McCullough had her stick tied up there by Addison Lee. Good couple of chances here for the Dolphins on the power play. Chelsea Tiller up ahead. That skips over a stick here, and Butler trying to reach it. Mossy will get to it first and turns things back the right way for the Dolphins. Mossy drops it back. Here's McCullough. Drags it to the backhand. Takes it around behind the net now. Piggott in the corner here. Etobicoke in the midst of a change. Piggott circles. Looking for options here. Will take a lap here. Now send it out to the front of the net, and a save made by Mana, and she hangs on. Well, a lot of good puck movement here from the Dolphins, but so far for Burlington, they're doing a good job clearing the middle of the ice and making sure there's no real dangerous passes. And Riley Mana has taken care of the rest. Face-off one back to the blue line by the Dolphins. Bishop steps in, works it to the corner. Back and forth in below the goal line. Here's a centering pass and a save made by Mana, and Burlington will get a chance to clear. They can't do it. Now the Dolphins have numbers. A centering pass, and a stick gets in the way, and it's sent down the ice by the Barracudas, and the Dolphins will have to reset. Burlington able to get a change. Skated ahead here by Bonus. Bonus checked by Catalano. Bishop. Here's a chance, and a shot save is blocked away there by Chelsea Tiller. Bianca Hart trying to take it away from Bishop now. Bishop to the corner. Dolphins getting set up behind the net again. Looks like that Burlington net. Here's a shot. Tipped. Hit the post. And stays out. This is going to be called off quickly for a high stick. It looked like it did bounce in, but the deflection was high. And so for the Barracudas, a bullet dodge as that puck was deflected right off the edge of that post. Skittered on the goal line for a moment and then ends up just over the goal line, but a high stick makes it all for naught, and we're still tied at 1 here in the first. Worked in here by the Dolphins once again. Rushpler back to the line. Winter across, takes the return feed here from Mossy. Winter drops it off now for Vicari. Vicari takes a shot, sent that wide of the net, had traffic in front, couldn't quite beat Mana. Held in for a moment here by the Dolphins, quickly cleared on the second try as we're down to the final 30 seconds of the Tiller double minor. Lead pass is worked ahead here by the Dolphins. Up to the blue line. Here's a long shot. That took a deflection. Don't think it got through to the net, and it's cleared down once again by the Barracudas as we're down to the final 10 seconds of Dolphin power play. In behind the goal. Winter tries to slip up the boards. Can't get past Haley Thompson. As we're back to 5-on-5 here. So the Barracudas with a big double minor killed off. They've still got to defend. They're in their own zone here. Kaylee Tiller now, fresh out of the box, gets it to Miwa Carter. Carter up the boards as it's knocked down and sent around back of the net here for Winter. Winter reverses it back behind the net. Mossy. Her pass ahead is off a skate there. Bounced right to Addie Butler. She'll work it in a little deeper. Now it's taken around the net and started up on the rush by Ismail. Ismail. Her pass in the middle. Bounces back to the blue line here for Waddick. Down low, Ismail. Now behind the net, McCullough. For Ismail, now the return feed for McCullough. McCullough tries a backhand shot. That one off the side of the net. Comes around for Ismail once again. Ismail. McCullough. Leaves it there for Piggott now. Piggott. Across now for Waddick. Waddick. Down low towards Ismail. Piggott had that taken away from her. Sent up to the line. Held in there by Waddick. On the second try now, Ronaldo will get it ahead. Worked into the middle. There's a chance, and the pass just a little bit too hot for Ella Frigi to handle. Otherwise, she might have been in all alone. Deep in their own zone now. Waddick across for the Dolphins, and now up through the middle. Taken by Ismail. Lee goes up the boards. Piggott knocks it down. Chelsea Tiller for Addison Lee. Tipped ahead, and now it's taken away by Bishop, but that puck did just get out. An offside called at the Burlington line. So the faceoff will come out into the neutral zone here. 3:04 to play in the first period. We're still tied at 1 after a couple of early goals in this one. Here's Box. Box circles, skates it into the offensive zone. Box takes a shot. That's off the shin pad of Lee. Box around the boards, now up to the line for Bishop. That's a long shot, and the rebound comes out for Catalano, and she turns it the other way. Might have had a break, but was just facing the wrong direction. Into the corner it goes. Kaylee Tiller battling for the puck down low. Skated out by the Dolphins and chipped ahead towards Bishop. Bishop couldn't get to that puck ahead of Carter now. Comes towards the blue line. A shot's poked away by Thompson. Now Thompson sends it ahead for Butler. Here's a chance now. Addison Butler racing onto it. Has to beat Bishop here. Butler in, shoots, missed the net. Trying to go glove side there on St. Pierre. Here's Thompson now. Thompson works it up to the blue line. Stepping in is Kalpakis. Kalpakis takes a shot, blocked As getting down to get in the way of that was Renee Bishop. Long shoot in here is knocked down by Mana, and she'll leave it for Delahunt. Delahunt for Cruzel. Cruzel, she's turned back as Vicari gets in after the puck now. Spencer Vicari down to the corner, tries a centering pass, is knocked away, and then the net behind Riley Mana gets knocked off again. As that's been a theme here in this first period. That net just won't stay. As the refs try to give it a little bit of attention now, but they'll let it be. As we'll get a face-off over to the left of Mana. Tiller. Around the boards for Lee. Lee to Cruzel. Cruzel, she's turned back at the blue line as Rushpler now will get it deep for the Dolphins. Tiller reverses it back behind the net. Rushpler got in the way. Rushpler to the blue line. Mossy. Rushpler out into the middle, and Mossy waiting for the shot. Couldn't get it away. Bouncing puck near the blue line. Got into the skates of the linesperson there as Addison Lee's on it now. Lee. Lead pass for Catalano. Catalano. In behind the net here. Bishop picks it up. Works it up towards the blue line. Caithness. Across here from McCullough. Pass in her skates as Hart turns it the other way and gets it in deep. Near side now. McCullough. Final 23 seconds of the period here is stepping up to get in the way of the clear was Carter, and she'll chip it up over the glass out of play. So with 17 seconds to go, we get a whistle. Face-off will be down towards the Barracudas half of center as Tiller steps in to take it against Rachel Piggott. Dolphins get the win. Bishop rolls it in on net. Mana plays it out for Delahunt. Delahunt out to the corner. There's a centering try, and it's into the skates there of Delahunt in front of the net, and that's going to do it for the first period. So 20 minutes gone here from Mainway Arena, and we're right back where we started. Haley Thompson, the opener, just 15 seconds in. Haley Box, the response a few minutes later. It's 1-1 after 20 from Mainway Arena.
Hi, I'm Aubrey.
Hi, I'm Gabby.
I'm Addison.
And this is the Whisper Challenge.
Go.
To.
Do.
To.
The.
Net.
Net.
Burlington Junior Barracudas.
Go again.
Burlington.
Pull.
Burlington
Burlington.
Junior
Barracudas.
Barracudas.
Walter.
Water.
Walter.
Walter Cup champion.
Walter Cup champions.
Yeah.
Haley. Say it again.
Haley.
Elite.
Haley.
Haley.
Wickenheiser.
Won last year.
Wickenheiser.
Hey, Wickenheiser.
Professional.
Professional.
Women's. Hockey. League.
League.
She shoots. She scores.
Shoes.
She shoots.
Cheeky shoes.
She shoots.
Cheetah.
She.
Cheese.
She.
Trees.
She.
All I'm getting is cheese.
She.
G's.
She shoots. She scores. She shoots. She scores.
Wait.
She shoots.
She shoots.
Shoots.
She. She
Shoots.
scores.
She
She
shoots.
scores.
This has been the Whisper Challenge.
Thank you for watching.
I live inside my own world of make-believe. Kids screaming in their cradles, profanities. I see the world through ice covered in ink and bleach. Cross out the ones who heard my cries and watched me weep. I love everything. Fire spreading all around my room. My world's so bright, it's hard to breathe, but that's alright. Hush. Take my eyes open to force reality. Why can't you just let me eat my weight in glee? I live inside my own world of make-believe. Kids screaming in their cradles, profanities. Some days I feel skinnier than all the other days. Sometimes I can't tell if my body belongs to me. I love everything. Fire spreading all around my room. My world's so bright, it's hard to breathe, but that's alright. Hush. I wanna taste your content, hold your breath and feel the tension. Devils hide behind redemption. Honesty is a one-way gate to hell. I wanna taste consumption, breathe fast stacking up daisies. Got one too many quarters in my pockets. Counting like the four-leaf clovers in my locket. Untied laces, yeah. Just tripping on daydreams. Got dirty little lullabies playing on repeat. Might as well just ride around the nursery and count sheep.
I can't feel you, I've been running round in circles, never there to turn to. I can't get you out my mind, something I should learn to. Wish I could desert you, this happens every time. I need someone just like you, emotions running high, high. And every time you love me when I'm wrong, am I right? You love me when I'm wrong, am I right? You love me when I'm wrong, am I right? This happens every time. I need someone just like you. This happens every time. I need someone just like you. I can never change your mind, yeah. Run and dance in circles, find someone to love you. Love it when it's wild, 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 yeah. I lose control around you, and never coming down. You got me every time. Need someone just like you. Emotions running high, high. And every time you love me when I'm wrong, am I right? You love me when I'm wrong, am I right? You love me when I'm wrong, am I right? This happens every time. I need someone just like you. This happens every time. I need someone just like you. You love me when I'm right. Need someone just like you. You love me when I'm right. Need someone just like you.
Action. Welcome back into Mainway Arena. Second period action about to get underway here as we're through 20 minutes and we're all tied up at 1. Haley Thompson, the opening goal, 15 seconds into this game before Haley Box got the equalizer for the Dolphins a few minutes later, and that's where we stand, one apiece. And it was a pretty solid period for the Dolphins. They were in control for most of it. Burlington had their chances, but they came on rushes and bursts, didn't really have a lot of sustained offensive zone time. That's something they'll look to change as we're underway here for the second, as Chelsea Tiller goes rink wide and finds Haley Thompson. In comes Thompson, drops it back for Tiller. Tiller shoots, and a save made as Maya St. Pierre gets the glove on it and hangs on, as Burlington again trying to get in quickly off the opening faceoff. Kaylee Tiller to take the face-off now, and got the win, but had it taken away from her quickly, and now Chelsea Tiller's back with it. Chelsea. Pass up through the middles into the skates there of Kaylee. Trying to reach for it here. It's taken away from her by Piggott, and she tries to send it ahead. Worked out to center here, Tiller. Backhands it into the offensive zone. Waddick's there. Sends it ahead for McCullough. McCullough tips it into the offensive zone. Here's Chelsea Tiller. Up for Kaylee. Has that taken away from her by Mossy, and now it's cleared away, and the Barracudas have numbers, but unable to settle it down was Thompson. Would have been on 3-on-1. Addison Lee. Hard check down low as she works it around to the blue line. In deep now, McCullough. Maddie McCullough. Worked in by Bonus. Down low for McCullough. McCullough leaves it there for Bishop, as Bishop gets it up to the blue line now. Takes the return feed. Bishop works it around the outside, drops it back to the line. Lang with a shot that's off a stick and bounced to Free. She took a spill, and now the Dolphins have it again. Bishop with a shot, and Chelsea Tiller gets a stick in the way of that. Up to the blue line now. Long shot, and Mana makes the save, and she'll hang on as she draws the whistle with a minute 40 gone in the period. Well, once again, the Dolphins able to get set up in the offensive zone here and create chances, moving the puck around well, and that's been the challenge for the Barracudas, trying to find a way to find an answer for the way that these Dolphins are able to move the puck around in the offensive zone. Out at center here. At the blue line. Slapping at it there was Elson, able to get it out. Now the Barracudas have it, maybe a 2-on-1. It's Cruzel with Catalano. Cruzel shoots, and it's off a stick and high. Miwa Carter steps in to hold the zone. Lang behind the net now. Long lead pass, and the Dolphins are out. Elson turns it back near the red line as Carter checked by Box. Box drops it back out of the corner. Here's a sharp angle try, a centering pass, and then a hard collision there as Carter got taken into the end boards hard. Down low now, centering pass. That's off the stick and away. Comes to the blue line now. Winter works it across the blue line. Bishop holds, sends it to the middle of the ice. A shot and a save made by Mana, and she hangs on. Not a difficult stop at all there for number 31, and she'll draw the whistle and allow the Barracudas to get a change. Tiller line back out there for Burlington for this defensive zone faceoff. Tiller's going to get waved out of the draw here now as Butler steps in to take it instead. That's a long shot. That took a deflection along the way and ends up in the near corner. Down low. Out for Bishop. Behind the goal now. Puck battle as Tiller gotten to a bit of a battle there now. Butler sends it ahead. Had Thompson in behind the defense. Couldn't find a lane to get it to her. Now a chance the other way. Taking to the net. Rustler with a chance, and it's knocked off her stick. Delahunt out to center here as it's played into the offensive zone now by Burlington. Vakari works it into the middle. Takes a shot. That deflected awkwardly off a skate and almost fooled Mana. Rolled just wide of the net. Comes up to the blue line now. Played into the middle. Here's Vakari. Takes a shot. That's off a stick and high. Frege trying to pull it loose in deep. Can't get it free. Taken in here. Winter. Her centering pass. That misses everybody and goes to the blue line for Waddick. Waddick plays it in deep. It's taken by Chelsea Tiller, and she'll clear it out to center and down into Etobicoke territory. Here's Waddick. Pass ahead finds Ismail. Ismail skates it up through center. Lots of speed. Works it to the outside and now gets it in deep. Ismail out for Piggott. Piggott spins it down to the corner. It's taken away here, and Sarah Elson works it ahead. Keelan Song now trying to chip it past Piggott. McCullough tips it off, and now it's played in for Ismail. Ismail, rink wide, stepping in. McCullough with a shot, and Kalpakis got in the way of that. McCullough. Puck battle here in behind the net. Up the boards it goes. Comes to the blue line. Stopped up there and worked in deep. Behind the net, McCullough. McCullough leaves it off for Lang. Lang takes a shot. Blocker save made Mana as she punches it out to the blue line. Ismail. Down to the corner. Now Ismail takes the return feed. Takes it around the back of the net. Tries to center, and Mana got a stick in the way of that. And she will cover up as the Barracudas survive another stretch in their own end here, and they'll try to build some momentum with the Tiller line out there once again. Tiller will take this face-off. It's Sydney Bonus for the Dolphins, and Bonus comes away with the win. Played in deep, worked ahead, and now chipped forward, trying to find Thompson there, and Butler now gets in the way of the clear. Butler couldn't find Tiller, but she gets it now to the line. Chelsea across. Addison Lee for Butler, and now Kaylee Tiller's got it in deep. Tiller, her pass to the blue line, intercepted by Box, and she'll skate it out to center. Box works it around one, maybe a 2-on-1. Box shoots, and the save made, rolls through. Long delay there, but I don't think that's going to count. Yeah, whistle had gone. An official looked at it for a moment, but Mana ultimately has decided to have had that puck, and it's rolled through, but they won't call that. So with 14:10 to go, it remains 1-1 as it comes up to the blue line now. Box. Out at center here. Winter. Reaching for it is Kalpakis here as she chips it up the boards. That hit the linesperson. Now a 2-on-1 here. Frigi has Song with her. Ella Frigi for Song, a shot, and she had a little bit too much on it. Put it wide of the net. Dolphins get it down the ice now as Elson, sends it ahead for Frigi. Frigi couldn't settle that puck down. It gets past her, and that's going to be icing against the Barracudas here. So 13:24 to go here. We'll come all the way back down to the Barracudas' end. Riley Mana has been busy through the first 27 minutes of this game. Face-off, one back to the blue line. Down to the corner. Now in behind the net. Centering pass is picked off there by Frigi and worked out by the Barracudas. Up the near side, out of the reach there of Bianca Hart. She'll go after it in deep against Mossy. Mossy skates it up through center. Mossy on the backhand here has it knocked off her stick towards Chelsea Tiller. Butler into the middle here as Catalano gets it around one. Catalano has Ronaldo with her. Ronaldo shoots, and a save made. Maya St. Pierre with a big stop on the Barracuda call-up to keep this a tie game. Well, Maya Ronaldo doing a good job getting involved there for Burlington. Won a race there to find herself some open space in the middle and is able to take the pass from Catalano and get a pretty good shot off in the slot, but St. Pierre equal to it as Thompson gets the puck in deep, tries to center. Couldn't connect, and it's taken out here by the Dolphins. Ismail working in on Chelsea Tiller. Tiller stops it and gets it around for Butler now. Butler. Puck battle there, won by the Barracudas as Thompson now goes after. She takes a hard tumble into the far side boards. She gets up quickly there and looks none the worse for wear. As we'll get a face-off here out in the neutral zone. With 12:13 on the clock, Barracudas come away with the win. The pass across there from Lee didn't quite work as now Chelsea Tiller has to go back. Long lead feed, finds Kaylee Tiller in with speed, drops it off for Addie Butler. Butler takes a shot, that just missed the net. The rebound comes to McCullough. McCullough drops it off for Piggott. Piggott flying in on the far side, works it into the middle as she's knocked off the puck. It rolls down to Mana, and she'll cover up. Well, once again, the Barracudas in this Tiller line showing some speed getting into the offensive zone. Tiller doing a good job to drive the defenders back. As it's one back in behind the net now. Tipped into the middle here towards Frege. Frege takes it in, trying to work it through the middle, and it rolled off her stick down on St. Pierre, and she'll cover up. Draws a face-off down in the Barracuda end, or in the Dolphins end, that is, as Frege steps in for it. Now Cruzel trying to get it into the middle off the face-off, had it roll off her stick, and now Mossy. Bishop taken off her stick by Catalano, or by Carter rather, and now it's sent ahead by the Dolphins. Back in to their zone they go now as Mossy sends it rink wide, box over the line, and falling in the middle there was Sydney Bonus, and that'll draw the offside with 11:15 on the clock here in period 2. Kaylee Tiller on the draw. Tied up on the faceoff there by Bonus, and able to come away with it are the Dolphins. Now Mossy trying to work it around Delahunt. Has that picked off by Kalpakis. And here comes Kaylee Tiller with speed here on the left wing. Tiller waits, takes it around the outside, tried the wraparound, comes to the blue line. Delahunt's shot blocked by Bishop. Out now the other way. Here comes Haley Box, the Etobicoke goal scorer. Box stops up, sends it across. Here's Vicari. Vicari, sharp angle try. That's off the skate of Delahunt. Haley Thompson chips it up the far side, trying to race onto it here. First there is Lang. Lang sends it up the far side here. Taken around the outside here by Rushler. Rushler drops it off. Played in deep. Lee battling for the puck down low. Now it's taken and picked up by Frege. Frege for Butler. Now drop back for Frege. Frege skates it in over the blue line. Takes a shot that whistled up over the net. Played back in deep now as Haley Thompson tries to go after it. It's dropped back behind the goal, and the Dolphins will start their rush up. Addison Lee left it there for Frege. Frege on the puck now as she works it into the offensive zone. Ella Frege takes it in with a shot, and a save made there by St. Pierre, and there's no rebound. So face-off will come back down into Etobicoke territory, but the Barracudas doing a better job at getting their chances to the net here in the middle part of this second period, working their way through the slot and creating opportunities on St. Pierre that way. As looks like Tiller's going to get waved out of the draw here. Tiller on a line here with Catalano and Hart. As the Barracudas come away with that face-off. Tiller in deep. Trying to shovel it around the boards. It's taken by Bishop. Bouncing puck at the side of the net here as that is batted away. Skated up the middle here by Bishop. Bishop for McCullough. That pass got away from her, and she'll drop it back into her own territory for Winter. Winter finds Ismail. The Dolphins have numbers here. Ismail over the line, tries to play it into the middle. Good stick, Miwok. Carter to get in the way of that. Here's a centering pass. That got away, and here come the Barracudas now the other way. They've got numbers. Pass ahead just out of the reach of Frege as it's knocked away, and now the Dolphins are on the attack. Taken to the corner. Turning back is McCullough. McCullough leaves it off there as Ismail takes it to the middle. Shoots. That took a deflection and goes wide. McCullough back up to the blue line. Bouncing puck in the middle. Piggott trying to find it. It's cleared away as Carter gets it up to the blue line. And now Cruzel will finish the job and get it out to center. Back in the neutral zone. Ismail carries it over the blue line again. McCullough steps into a shot, and Mana makes the save on that with the glove, and there's no rebound. 8:18 to go now in period number 2, and some back and forth action here the last few minutes. Both teams creating chances, but both netminders doing their job so far as the Barracudas come away with the draw. Haley Thompson Plays it up over the red line. It's tipped in deep there by Addie Butler. Mossy up for Bishop. She drops it back, and it rolled off the stick there of Bonus. Haley Thompson. She goes off the boards down the ice. That will roll just wide of the Etobicoke net and will be an icing call against Burlington. So back down to their end they go. And it's important here to get this face-off for Burlington as they've got what's been their best line out, and you want to try and create something offensively. You can't get hemmed in your zone when these players are on the ice. Battle for the puck down in the far corner. That puck really pinned in there as Tiller tries to work it free, and now she does. Back behind the net for Maddie Delahunt. Delahunt for Butler. She tips it into the middle, and Mossy gets a stick on that, and she'll turn it into the offensive zone now for the Dolphins. Mossy with speed takes a shot, and that took a deflection off a stick wide. Mossy. Loose puck into the middle here, and Bishop reaching onto it had it taken off her stick. We got a penalty upcoming here against Burlington. Bishop plays it off now up to the blue line. Waddick for Mossy. Mossy holds on, takes a shot, and a glove save made by Riley Manna, and she'll hang on to make sure that there's no rebound. So the Barracudas will go to the penalty kill here as it's going to be Kaylee Tiller for the second time this game off, and this is going to be a body checking call. So this will be 2. Up to 6 penalty minutes on the night for Kaylee Tiller, and now the Dolphins are on the attack. They had their chances on the first power play as Bishop gets it in behind the net for McCullough. Back and forth behind the net they go. This is a play that they've liked to use a lot here. Trying to spread the defense out. Lang. Down to the corner. That's picked off by Tiller. Tiller trying to get ahead for Frege, who is streaking ahead. Now Frege's got it. Cruzel was taken down behind the play. Now Frege shoots, and a save made by St. Pierre. And she hangs on, but a good chance for the Barracudas shorthanded off the stick of Ella Frege. Well, Frege did a good job being aggressive there at the blue line, able to force the puck out and then intercept an errant pass to create a one-on-one chance, and might have had Cruzel with her. She got tangled up with one of the Dolphins in the neutral zone and couldn't quite join her to make it a 2-on-1. Dolphins are away now as Ismail skates it in. Down low now to the corner. Worked out to center here by the Barracudas as it's picked up, now drop back for Mossy. Dolphins struggling to get set up here on the power play. Comes to the corner now. He's a sharp angle try from Mossy. That didn't connect with anyone, and the Barracudas get a chance again to clear up to the blue line. Held there by Ismail. Ismail across, working in. Here's a shot and a stick save made by Manna. Now Piggott. Piggott works it around the outside. Off for Ismail. Ismail, 25 seconds to go on the power play. Mossy, back to Ismail. Ismail holds on, waits now, drops it back. Mossy shoots, pad save made. The rebound, a quick shot. Blocker stopped by Manna. Loose puck still, and it bounces away from Ismail as it comes now for McCullough. McCullough off to the far side. Drop back. McCullough shoots. Save made Manna. And she covers the rebound. And the Barracudas again surviving in their own end here, shorthanded. And we'll be left with 2 seconds on the clock on the penalty kill. As it looked like Sarah Elson went off to the bench, dropped her glove, was in some discomfort. Something to keep an eye on here for the Barracudas. As it comes out to center now for Burlington. Penalty's over, so we're back to 5-on-5. Burlington 3 for 3 on the penalty kill. Tiller dropped it back for Kalpakis. Haley Thompson finds Tiller. Tiller Works it around the outside, trying to find a lane out in front and a pass, and Thompson sent it just wide. Great play there from Kaylee Tiller. Delahunt for Thompson with a sharp angle shot, got the rebound right back through it, right through the crease. No one able to get a stick on it, and Bucks will skate it out to center. Bucks for Bishop. Bishop over the line, drops it back. Protecting the puck in deep here is Bonus. Bonus, her pass up to the line, intercepted by Thompson. She can't clear. Bishop. Dolphins changing on the fly. Bishop takes it around the outside. Sharp angle shot. Blockers save Mana. Bishop on it again, trying to get it free. Down low, up to the blue line. Here's Winter. Winter down low. That got away from Box and is cleared away around the boards. Butler will get a stick on it, tip it down, but that's going to be an icing call against Burlington. 3:41 to go in period number 2. Vicari to take this face off against Frege. Comes back to the line. Bishop reaching for it, couldn't hold it in. Bishop goes across for Winter. Winter. Lead pass here, finds Vicari, maybe a 2-on-1. Vicari in, shoots, save made by Mana with the stick. On the far side now, Frege can't clear the zone. Picked up here, taken in, a shot that bounces off a stick and high is Caithness. Got a chance in the middle. Caithness on the puck again now. Up towards the blue line, Mossy. Mossy long shot, that's knocked down and played out here by the Barracudas. Looking for Frege there as she gets it for Krusel. Frege at the blue line, and that's going to be an offside against the Barracudas. And that'll draw a whistle. 2:58 to go here in the second. Catalano on the face-off here against Vicari, 88 on 88, and Vicari got the better of that one. Back at center now. Here's Mossy. Mossy speeding in, takes a shot that's fought off by Mana. High fly ball there in the slot. Mana unable to glove it down. And it's cleared up to the line, but not out. On the backhand here at the blue line, it comes to Mossy. Mossy works in, takes a shot, sent that high, trying to go over the shoulder of Mana on the short side. Ismail back in their own zone now are the Dolphins as Ismail starts up the rush. Bobbled the puck for a moment. Hart there trying to take it away, but now over the blue line comes Ismail. Ismail takes a shot, blocker saved by Mana, who's been razor sharp for Burlington in this game. Comes up top for Lang. Lang for Ismail. Ismail down to the corner. Takes the return feed. Now we're into the final couple of minutes of period number 2. A centering try, and that's knocked away as getting a stick on it was Maya Ronaldo. Ronaldo in on the forecheck now. Pokes it to the corner. Gets it around back of the net towards Butler now. Butler trying to keep the puck in on the forecheck as Ronaldo headed off for the change. Got a stick on it, but here come the Dolphins. Piggott sends it out to the front of the net. A shot, pad, save Mana, and she covers the rebound. Riley Mana comes up with a big stop on the breakaway, and this remains a 1-1 game. Well, a good setup there from the Dolphins to create that chance and get some daylight in on Mana, but just the quick shot trying to go down low, find the 5-hole. Mana able to get down and get a pad on it quickly and keeps this a tie game. Bishop sent out to the front of that. Here's a chance for Bishop, and that bounced off a stick and away. Butler into the middle. Tiller will drop it back for Kalpakis. Kalpakis long pass ahead. Into the behind the goal now as Bishop goes back for it. Checked by Thompson. Now Thompson on it. Haley Thompson to the front of the net. Bouncing puck. Butler trying to spin it towards the goal. Now Thompson shoots, and it rolled just wide. Oh, what a chance that was for the Barracudas. Out the other way now comes Bishop. Bishop in deep here trying to beat out the icing, and not able to do so was Box. So we will come all the way back down to the Etobicoke end. Both teams with real grade A opportunities in the late parts of this period, and now the Barracudas a chance to make something happen in the offensive zone. Keelan Song got that puck, left it behind, and the Dolphins take it out. Tiller chips it over the line. Worked back and sent around behind the goal, up towards the blue line. Now Bishop. Ella Frege. Frege trying to get it over the line here as Bishop takes it the other way. She'll chip it down into Burlington ice. Tiller back for it. Maybe time for one last attack here for Burlington if they hurry. Tiller will take her time with it. Gets it off for Kalpakis, and that'll do it. So 40 minutes gone here from Mainway Arena, and these rivals remain deadlocked 1-1 despite a flurry of chances both ways. Both goaltenders stand tall through the second period. 1-1 the score after 40 here at Mainway.
This period is brought to you by Nickelbrook Brewing. Mention Junior Cudas at your next Nickelbrook gathering, and we receive a kickback.
Hi, I'm Gabby.
I'm Madison.
And this is the Whisper Challenge.
Go
Go.
to
Do.
to
To.
the
The.
net.
Nets.
Burlington Junior Barracudas.
Go again.
Burlington.
Hull.
Burlington
Burlington.
Junior
Junior.
Barracudas.
Barracudas.
Walter. Water. Walter.
Walter Cup champions.
Walter Cup champions.
Yeah.
Haley. Say it again.
Haley.
Elite.
Haley.
Haley.
Wickenheiser.
Won last year.
Wickenheiser.
Hey, Wickenheiser.
Professional. Professional.
Professional.
Women's
Hockey.
league.
League.
She shoots. She scores.
Shoes.
She shoots.
Cheeky shoes.
She shoots.
Cheetah.
She.
Cheese.
She.
Trees.
She.
All I'm getting is cheese.
She.
Cheese.
She's. She shoots. She scores. She shoots. She scores.
Wait.
She shoots.
She.
Shoots.
Shoots.
She.
She.
She
shoots.
scores. She
She scores.
This has been the Whisper Challenge.
Thank you for watching.
I just can't let you go. Lord knows that I've tried to. You said I was the only one. No one likes being lied to. You made this mess and left me with the pieces. Now I wanna burn all the bridges between us. I've been stuck on your memory, but it's not like I need it. And you may have some history, but we don't have to repeat it. You made this mess and left me with the pieces. Now I'm gonna burn all the bridges between us. I can't focus, I can't forget. I've been thinking too much lately. I just need to clear my head. 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 I just need to. I just need to clear my head. I just need to. I just need to clear my head. I just need to. I just need to clear my head. I just need to. I just need to clear my head. Can't focus, I can't forget. I've been thinking too much lately. I just need to clear my. I just need to clear my head. Oh, clear my head. I just need to clear my head. I just need to clear my head. Just like the street lights lit this town, like a fire in a blaze, gotta burn it down. Can't be afraid to leave this out. We got this far, don't know how. I see danger in your eyes. They know we'll burn down the night. Coming just like the sunrise. You know that we're gonna light it up. Tonight, we're gonna light it up. Tonight, we're gonna light it up. Just like the sunrise, we're gonna light it up. Just like a spark that's breaking out. Can't make a stop, can't turn back now. We know that there's no room for doubt. No, we can't turn back now. I see danger in your eyes. They know we'll burn down the night. Coming just like the sunrise. You know that we're gonna light it up. Tonight, we're gonna light it up. Tonight, we're gonna light it up. Just like
This period is brought to you by BDO Canada, Assurance, Tax, Advisory. People who know BDO.
Welcome back into Mainway Arena. We're through 40 minutes here with the Etobicoke Dolphins in town visiting the Barracudas, and we are tied up at 1. 2 goals in the first 5 minutes of this game, one just 15 seconds in from Haley Thompson, and that's where we stand. Nothing since, as we're set for the third period as Kaylee Tiller will take this face-off, and she gets the win. Back to Addison Lee. We're underway. It was Haley Thompson, the Barracuda goal scorer, gets it in deep. Mossy now trying to work it around the skates there of Addie Butler. Comes up to the blue line. Chelsea Tiller across for Addison Lee. Lee's shot's knocked down by McCullough. Around the boards it goes. Chipped ahead here. Looking for it is Addison Lee. Piggott racing after it. Tiller gets to it first, and that's icing against the Dolphins. So we'll come all the way back down here. 30 seconds gone in the third. Barracudas get a change, try and take advantage maybe of some tired bodies out there for Etobicoke. Free to take this draw. Puck was in her feet for a moment, trying to work it ahead there with Song, and now it's going to be taken away by the Dolphins. Played ahead for Piggott now. Piggott. Frege drops it back into her own zone here. Now a pass ahead finds Keelan Song. Song stops up. She's checked along the far side boards, trying to get it up to the blue line. It's taken away, and here come the Dolphins in low, breaking in. Box pokes that, it scores! Haley Box has her second of the game. Just a quick little poke through the legs of Riley Manna, and the Dolphins have taken their first lead of this game. Well, just a puck that gets ahead of Box, trying to race after it, and just able to get a little touch on it to get it past Riley Manna. It looked like it slid 5-hole, and the Dolphins able to take the lead here in the first minute of the third. So the Barracudas scored in the first minute of the first. The Dolphins scored in the first minute of the third. 19 minutes remain, and the Barracudas now find themselves behind the 8 ball for the first time as Box, the goal scorer, works it in deep. Tie up here on the far side, spinning off a check. Here's a shot that bounces off a stick and wide. Sent up towards the blue line. Bishop, long shot, knocked down there by Manna. Work down to the corner. Bishop. Bishop out of the corner, a centering pass, looking for Box there, comes up to Bishop. And now it's worked out by Keelan Song. Song trying to shovel it up the boards, couldn't get it ahead, and here come the Dolphins again. On the far side, spinning back is Bishop, finds Box. Down to the corner. Bishop. She's taken to the boards by Chelsea Tiller. Addison Lee trying to pull it loose. Pinned up against those end boards here. In there as well now is Rushpler. Puck is loose here as it finally comes free and is sent out towards the front of the net. Picked up here by Keelan Song, and she'll work it to center. Song into the middle, trying to drag it up to the forehand. Leaves it off there for Catalano. Catalano up to the blue line. A one-time shot that goes wide of the net as Miwa Carter tried to lean into one. Now Rushpler. Rushpler gets it up past Elson. Here's Rushpler in the corner. Trying to get out to the front of the net. Put a little too much on that, and it comes to the far side. Down low now. Rushpler drops it off. Mossy takes it around the back of the net. Now at the blue line. Winter for Mossy. Mossy shoots. That takes a deflection, and it's cleared away on the rebound by Sarah Elson. Catalano looking ahead for Bianca Hart. That's taken away and turned back by the Dolphins. In with a shot, and it's blocked away by Miwa Carter. Haley Thompson now resets for Burlington. Finds Carter. Carter trying to shovel it ahead up the Far side boards. Butler now drops it back for Delahunt. Maddie Delahunt. Up the boards it goes, knocked down by Tiller. In comes Tiller into the middle, and it's into the skates of Addie Butler. Great play by Kaylee Tiller, but couldn't quite make the pass connect. Butler now battling for it, gets it back to the line. Kalpakis across, Delahunt. She works it in deep. Addie Butler along the end boards. Butler trying to shovel it out, finds Tiller. Tiller looking for Thompson, and that pass knocked down in front of the net, and here come the Dolphins. Pass up for McCullough, that deflects away, and it's going to be an icing call against Etobicoke. 15:55 to go. And we'll come all the way back down to Etobicoke territory, but what a chance that was, as Kaylee Tiller on a pass that was up at around her waist, able to knock it down and get in on a 2-on-1 there. Just couldn't quite make the pass work for Addie Butler. Barracudas control the draw. He's a long shot. That took a deflection off a skate in front and went over the net. Didn't look like St. Pierre quite had a read on it after the tip. McCullough couldn't collect that pass, and now it's carried in by Ismail. Flipped ahead here and down the ice. That's going to roll all the way past. No icing here as Winter goes back for it. Frege in on the forecheck. Lauren Krusel reaching for the puck, can't hold the zone. Keelan Song flips it down the ice into Etobicoke territory as Bishop goes back for it. Bishop works it ahead. Gets it onto the stick here as Bonus carries it over the line. Bonus drops it back into the middle, a shot, and that goes wide of the goal. Here's Box. Box stripped of the puck here by Krusel, and the Barracudas are out the other way. Krusel with Frege. Frege on the puck. Across and offside called. A late whistle as the Barracudas broke in 2-on-1. Offside at the Etobicoke line. Well, a good chance there as the Barracudas try to turn defense into offense. The steal at their own blue line, and Krusel carrying it out with Frege, but unable to stay on side there as it's sent ahead. It's into the skates there of Box, and Kalpakis works it ahead. Kalpakis skates it in, takes a shot. Glove saves St. Pierre, and there's no rebound. Burlington pushing here in the third period, trying to find an equalizer, but Maya St. Pierre so far has been equal to the task. Dolphins win it. Comes back for Delahunt now as she will play it down the ice. That took a funny hop off a stanchion and is now skated out here by Rushpler. Rushpler trying to work her way past Tiller. Stops up, sends it back to the line for Waddick. Waddick across, long shot, kicked away by Mana as the rebound came dangerously to the near side. Waddick trying to keep it away from Ronaldo here. Tiller for Delahunt. Delahunt swings back. Sends it across for Chelsea Tiller. Tiller. Now Kaylee. Kaylee Tiller skates it in on the far side. Driving wide. Centering pass. That took a deflection off a stick and bounces off the end boards. Here come the Dolphins now. High chip off the glass. Addison Lee. Back for it. Rings it around. Haley Thompson waits there. Her pass into the middle is picked off by Rushpler. And the Dolphins right back into the offensive zone. Chelsea Tiller looks up ice here, finds Addison Lee. Lee skates it over the red line and now finds Thompson. Haley Thompson takes a shot. That's knocked down. It's picked up here by Kaylee Tiller. Tiller looking for a shooting lane. She'll drop it back to the line. Butler's pass across. That missed as she tried to set it up for Carter. Carter now. She'll get it deep into Etobicoke territory. Didn't quite gain center, and that's going to be icing against Burlington. So they'll try and sort out who's supposed to be on the ice. Kaylee Tiller gets the call back out. And we'll get a face-off over to the left of Riley Mana. Final 13 minutes of this game here as the Barracudas look to tie things up after the Haley Box goal in the early going of this third period. Now Bishop fans on a shot, and Haley Thompson might have a chance. Thompson chips it ahead, has Butler with her. Haley Thompson shoots, save made, St. Pierre, and she hangs on. Well, Haley Thompson has been all over the puck this evening, and she does a good job there at the blue line. Again, turning defense into offense for the Barracudas and creates that 2-on-1 rush and elects to take the shot and is unable to find a way past St. Pierre that time as Friege's going to get waved out of this face-off. Dolphins control the draw. Lead pass finds Ismail. Stepping up is Carter, and she'll chip it down into Dolphin territory. Pass up ahead, kick to the stick there by McCullough. McCullough over the line now. Tries the drop-back pass. Is nullified there by Keelan Song. Comes to the blue line. Friege reaching for it. Now she's got it, and she'll skate it ahead. Ella Friege. Knocked off the puck there by Piggott as it's taken now by Krusel. Mossy up towards the blue line. Stepping up is Delahunt. She gets it loose. Delahunt for Friege. Friege couldn't drag it around. Following up is Keelan Song. Song battling for the puck down low. Played around the boards. This finds McCullough. McCullough, her pass to the line. Knocked down by Ella Friege. Friege, rink wide off the boards. Finds Lauren Krusel. Krusel tries to play it into the middle. That couldn't connect with Friege, and out the other way come the Dolphins. Ismail flips it cross corner. Going back for it here is Kalpakis. Kalpakis finds Tiller on the far side. Tiller, long lead pass. That will roll just wide of the net, and that's icing against Burlington here. As trying for maybe a set play there was Tiller, maybe bounce off the end boards, find someone streaking, but instead it's icing, and the Barracudas will have to start back up from their own end again. Bishop off the face-off, tries to get it deep here. Tiller gets in the way of it, and she'll backhand it around the boards for Hart. Hart finds Kaylee Tiller. She'll try to stop up and get things reset for Burlington. Kaylee Tiller up for Catalano. Catalano, she's stripped of the puck by Lang, and it's cleared out for Chelsea Tiller. Tiller finds Butler in over the line. Butler sends it towards the front of the net. That's picked off, and out the other way once again come the Dolphins. Far side, chipped up past Chelsea Tiller here as Bishop gets in after it on the forecheck. Bishop leaves it there, worked up to the line now for Waddick. Waddick, rink wide, a long shot. That ramps off a stick and high. Now Bishop. Pressured by Lee. Bishop stops up, spins off the check of Kaylee Tiller now. Tiller pins her to the boards. Now Addison Lee. Lee with some speed plays that off to an open wing. Nobody there for Burlington, and Haley Box will take over. Box drops it off to the red line. Played trying to get it in deep. Went off the skates of Butler, and now Butler's got it. Her pass deflects up high. Miwa Carter waiting there for it. Butler couldn't collect that pass, and now Carter back on it. Miwa Carter stops up, plays it around the boards. Butler. She'll drop it back for Friege. Friege chips it ahead, trying to find Butler. Instead, she'll have to try and go after it herself against Bishop, and Friege comes up with the puck. Friege is pinned up against the boards there by Bishop. On the near side now. Picked up here by Winter. Winter plays it across, trying to settle it down. There was Caithness, and now Krusel gets knocked down. Winter. Up for Rushbler. Rushbler over the blue line, and now over the red. Has it picked up here by Lauren Krusel. She's in 1-on-2. Krusel to the outside, takes it and throws it to the front of the net. That's off a skate and controlled here by Mossy. Mossy spins away from Krusel. Waddick up ahead, finds Rushbler. Rushbler checked by Tiller. Plays that down the ice as Mana will play it off for Maddie Delahunt. Delahunt chips it off the boards and tried to go after herself. Turned back and taken in here by Ismail. Ismail Rink wide, stepping in. Mossy shoots. That hit a body in front. McCullough now leaves it off at the blue line. Trying to drag it around there was Ismail, and Catalano got in the way. Knocked down here by Mana. She'll leave it for Delahunt as the Dolphins tag up for the offside. Now Tiller had to tag up for the offside. Pass got to her, but she'll head off for the change. Long lead feed. That missed everybody. It's deflected, so no icing. Lee around for Butler. Butler chips it up the boards, trying to find Thompson. Thompson plays it to the offensive zone. Knocked down there by Lang. Lang finds McCullough. McCullough over the line, trying to cut into the middle. Drops it back, stepping in to the backhand. A shot, scores! Sophia Ismail adds to the Etobicoke lead. It's 3-1 in the third period. Well, Ismail does a good job there. Just a lot of patience. Has a lot of room coming in through the slot. It looks like she was going to rip it. Held it on the forehand for as long as she could before she takes it to the backhand, just outweighting Mana. And had all sorts of net to look at to make this a 3-1 game. So the Dolphins start up on the rush again here, up by 2 now, and it's taken in here by Bishop. Bishop across for Box. She sent it just wide, looking for the hat trick there. It comes to the line for Lang, and that skipped away from her. Knocked down here as the Barracudas take it in. Box drops it off. Here's a centering pass out in front of the goal, and reaching to cover up is Riley Mana, as she had Sydney Bonus bearing down on her. 7:18 to go here in the third, and both teams will make changes before this face-off in Burlington ice. Dolphins line change needed some sorting out here, so that will get Bonus waved out of the draw, sorry. Catalano up ahead. Bishop swings at that and is picked up here, sent across for Ronaldo. Ronaldo has that bounce to her, sends it across. Hart couldn't quite settle that pass down, and she'll turn it back to the blue line. Bianca Hart down for Catalano. Up to the blue line here. That takes a bounce over the stick of Elson and escapes to center. Now the Dolphins trying to carry it in. Falling at center there was Miwok Carter, able to get it ahead. And Addie Butler forces it forward now, and it's carried over the line by Winter. Winter drops it back into the middle. Delahunt up for Kaylee Tiller. Tiller for Addie Butler. Tiller trying to join the rush. Butler drops it back for Tiller, just a bit behind her on the pass. Now Butler in after it again, trying to spin it towards the net. Thompson with a shot. That took a deflection wide of the goal. Down in the corner. Skated ahead here by the Dolphins, 3-on-2. Box stops up. Looking for options here, sends it rink wide. Lang down towards the corner, and in behind the net it goes. Work back up to the blue line, and here's Kaylee Tiller. Tiller up ahead for Thompson. Thompson backhands it off the boards, collects it herself, chips it in deep. Thompson, she's taken hard into the boards there, lost the puck, and the Dolphins again trying to clear it away. Free at the blue line, trying to hold it in, couldn't do it, and that's going to be offside against Burlington here. 5.5 to go in the third period. Down by a couple are the Barracudas, and we're going to get a penalty here to Haley Thompson. Looks like it was after the whistle, and it's going to be a head contact penalty, it looks like. So for Burlington, another 4-minute penalty to kill off here, and with 5.5 to go, that's going to make the comeback bid a little bit more difficult for Burlington, as face-off is won back by the Dolphins. Played off for Waddick. That pass just out of her reach as Lee tries to chip it ahead. Comes to the blue line now. Down to the corner. In behind the net. Vakari centering pass and swinging, missing it. That was Rushpler. Rushpler back for Vakari. They'll swap spots. Vakari tries the backhand wraparound, put it off the side of the net. Picked up here and sent to the blue line. Down low. Here's Rushpler. Rushpler for Vakari. Back to Rushpler. Vakari. They'll swap spots again. Vakari for Rushpler. Sharp angle shot. They score. Spencer Vakari has made it 4-1 on the power play. Well, and that's the play that this Dolphins power play has been looking for all evening. The working the puck in behind the net, just trying to find a way to get a player open out in front, and they do it there. Vakari comes out from behind the net, makes herself available, and gets a quick shot off from a really tight angle, and is able to find enough daylight to beat Riley Manna and make this a 4-1 game here with the power play goal. So 2 more minutes here of penalty kill for Burlington as Waddick goes back with it, sends it up the boards. Piggott. Now McCullough. Maddie McCullough sends it across. A shot. They score. Another power play goal for the Dolphins, and it's Sophia Ismail who makes it a 5-1 game here. A couple quick strikes on the power play, and Burlington will call their timeout. So it's gone from bad to worse here in the third period for Burlington. Penalty kill and then 4 quick goals. Or a couple quick goals on the penalty kill. 4 goals in this third period for the Dolphins as they've blown it open. And with 4:26 to go, it's time for a reset for Kevin Greco and his troops as he tries to rally late in this game. But a very costly 4-minute penalty for Burlington as takes them from a 2-goal deficit to a 4-goal deficit here. As we're back to center ice and ready to go for the final 4.5 minutes of this game. Burlington looking to pull off a miraculous comeback late here. Freaky against Piggott on the draw. It's one straight back into Etobicoke territory. Chipped ahead here, Piggott in deep here as that's going to get past everybody, and this will be icing against Etobicoke. Face-off will be over to the left here of Maya St. Pierre. Barracudas win it, but stepping up to take it there is Maddie McCullough. McCullough skips past Kalpakis. Now McCullough behind the net. Reversed it. Out, here's a shot. That takes a bounce into the slot. They score. Another third period goal here for the Dolphins, and it's a 6-1 lead. Well, just a bounce out into the slot. Ends up right on the stick there of, I think it was McCullough, and that makes this a 6-1 game, and things have really gotten away from the Barracudas here in the third. Off the face-off, here's Thompson. She'll drop it back for Lee. Lee for Addie Butler. Drop back and sent in deep here, out to play to St. Pierre. As Thompson tries to settle the puck down on the near side. Spinning away here is Butler. Skated ahead here by Bishop. Now Tiller. In deep here behind her own goal. Tiller will get it ahead towards Kaylee Tiller. Addison Lee. Lee spins it around to the near side here for Thompson. Thompson finds Addie Butler. Butler takes it in along the outside. Butler around back of the net. Centering pass and a shot as Ronaldo stepped in on that. Couldn't get a lot on the shot. Dolphins get a chance to clear. Mossy. Her pass ahead finds Box. Box trying to knock the puck down. Has to wait up for the offside. Elson. Elson for Ronaldo. Ronaldo plays it off the boards. Gets onto it herself. Tries a backhand shot that rolls wide. And Rushbler will step in for it. Delahunt gets to the puck. She'll fire it in deep as St. Pierre steps out. And she will leave it for Fiona Waddick. Mossy. Her pass had fanned on it, and that's collected by the Dolphins. Take it in here and sent deep by Caithness. Caithness for Rushbler. Down to the near corner. Rushbler coming out of the corner. Tries a centering pass. That bounces away and taken out here by the Barracudas. Lauren Krusel chips it ahead to the offensive zone. Waddick. She's taken to the boards here. Krusel centering pass. That bounced away from Keelan Song, and Rushbler's on it. She'll take it out. Skated in here and taken in by Caithness as the Barracudas take it away. Keelan Song now. Song takes a shot, blocked away there by St. Pierre. Keelan Song up to the blue line. Sent in deep here. Krusel waiting there for it. She'll leave it for Frege. Frege tries a centering pass. A quick shot save made. The rebound. Another chance turned aside by St. Pierre. And she'll draw the whistle with 1:15 to go here in the third period that has seen the Dolphins jump out to a 6-1 lead. Really taking over this game in the third. Barracudas win the draw here. Chelsea Tiller. She'll chip it down low into the corner. Comes loose here, and it's worked out by the Dolphins. Into the final minute of the third here, and offside called at the Barracuda line. So we'll come out to center for the draw. 58.9 on the clock. Face-off one back by the Dolphins here as they'll work it back and start the last-minute countdown in another dominant victory in what has been a dominant season for this Etobicoke team as it comes to the blue line. Stepping across, sent out for McCullough. She tries a sharp angle try out in front. They score. A tap-in in front of the net for Megan Mossy. And the Dolphins sprinkle some salt in the wound, make it 7-1 here in the final 40 seconds of this game. As Megan Mossy, who's been a key part of their attack from the blue line, gets her 13th goal of the season. And for Burlington, a tough loss in a game that you were in for a lot of it that just kind of came apart in the last moments. And for Etobicoke, they'll improve to 19-0-1, still awaiting their first regulation loss of this season. And for Burlington, another loss to this Etobicoke team that's had their number a few times this season. 7-1. The final score, a resounding win for the Etobicoke Dolphins, a tough loss for the Burlington Barracudas, and that's going to do it for us this Thursday night. Thank you very much for joining us this evening. I've been Jaden Ho. We'll be back with more Barracuda hockey action. Before we go, a thank you to our sponsors.